this was brought to my attention, and all right, we're going to be flying on feelings on this one.
Okay.
All right. So Dan, let's try and be logical on this one, but we're going to be flying on feelings. This is a story flying on feelings, and it's kind of happening now. And I think you might know about this. As you know, Reddit is going to be in some huge trouble thanks to the H3 Snark mods. Sorry about that. Mods. And look, this is from Legal Mindset. He's been covering the Ethan Klein lawsuit against, the people that he's in a lawsuit against. But this is a bigger thing to talk about. And Reddit might be in an oopsie. So I want to play the video in its full entirety. And then Daniel, you respond. I'll give my response on this too. This is from Legal Mindset. Shout out to him. He's doing a lot of great work because apparently while this video is a few hours old, he has a whole new updated tweet that's going to be a big bombshell that he'll be dropping either later tonight or tomorrow morning.
We may get a deeper rabbit hole of criminal conspiracy underneath this lawsuit. And I believe that Reddit may actually know because of this next slide. And here's where it really gets crazy. So in this response, this was filed, to be clear, by the lawyer for the Reddit mods. But this is the biggest the biggest self-snitch I have seen ever. This is a quote. Being involved with another subreddit to continue. Many of my fellow moderators have endured a deep psychological impact and fear of retaliation to the point that the Reddit admins offered us free subscriptions to privacy software that would help remove our PII, that's personal identifiable information, the biggest currency out there. Every company wants to get your PII. Understand that. If something is for free, it's harvesting you like an NPC for PII. It is farming you like a bot, right? Anyways, they're saying they want to give them free subscriptions to remove PII from the internet, not just from Reddit, from the internet, in the case we are doxxed and harassed by the outcome of the lawsuits. This is what we call spoliation of evidence, and even further, could actually imply some criminality here, depending on how deep this goes. If Reddit admins are so dumb to actually assist in the deleting of evidence outside of a court order, that is insane. And the fact that they slipped that in there, whatever paralegal or attorney filed this, they need to get a stern talking to, right? Well, and the thing is, though, and here's to be clear, the attorneys represent the mods. They don't represent the admins at Reddit. So this just opened the door for the Reddit admins themselves, the admins, the employees.
Oh, boy.
To be questioned, to have their emails gone through. This is huge.
Yeah, and we're going through a parallel thing ourselves where we can't talk about that at all. That's sort of, we have to keep that really under wraps.
Yeah.
But he's right, especially when, I mean, I'm just going to speak strictly on this situation and no others. Any chance that you could interpret this as me talking about someone else should be greatly disregarded. But yeah, if your legal team is led by a moron that doesn't understand the law that you're dealing with, you don't know how much stuff you're giving away because you don't know how to write out documents and you don't get how many people you are incorporating into what could easily be described as a very, very large criminal conspiracy that you might not even realize you're openly admitting to be a part of, defending against something completely different. But, it's like sometimes the defense of the short-term moment is the threat for the long term.
Right. And
what are you gonna do?
And so what this has to deal with Reddit is, all right, yes, it has to deal with streamer drama. I think I kind of swim in that pool of absolute garbage. It's entertaining for me. it's very entertaining for me. And but the thing is, there's real world consequences. It mostly has to deal with the larger fight between Ethan Klein and Hassan Piker. But what happened as a result, Hassan orbiters like Denims, Frogan, Casey Tron, and a few others, we're watching and commenting on Ethan Klein's video, and also on top of that too.
Well, I mean, technically, the whole
yeah.
contention is that they weren't.
Yeah, that they weren't. But then again, there is talk of evidence being deleted, and if Reddit and Reddit admins partook in it, it's what we call no bueno. You don't do it. And this is a recent tweet that came out this morning. Shout out again to Legal Mindset. I'll let him know, like, hey, Legal Mindset, we talked about this on the show a little bit. I'm looking forward to what he drops in regards towards the bigger story. But I've got a bombshell leak in the Ethan Klein v. Denims, Frogan, Casey Tron, and Reddit mod case that blows this up into massive news that may knock out Reddit forever. So I might be wrong about Twitch being Thanos. It might be Reddit that will be Thanos. And that
I think it's going to be multiple, because again, we know that they're going to have to speak in front of Congress. Again, I feel like I remember when I called into the show in April, I literally predicted that Hassan was almost going to single-handedly wipe all these things out. And look, I didn't even expect Reddit to be involved, but I said that his narcissism was going to destroy everything he claimed to be an ally with, and it was going to lead to the destruction of Twitch. And here we are a year later, the lawsuit by Ethan, which again, who's the originator? Although he's going after Hassan's orbiters, he's going after Hassan through his orbiters. And what is happening with Twitch itself? Well, it's getting called to testify in front of Congress. So again, it's like there is a real danger in this era of unhinged narcissists who lie about everything, and then their lies end up changing the world. We're going through a similar situation that's going to kind of blend out the same way, but it's like we understand how these things play out. And so what happened? What is Hassan doing? Well, he might take down Reddit. He might take down Twitch. He's destroyed a huge part of the movement he claims to be a part of. It's like this is the cost of unhinged narcissism, and people thinking that they can do whatever they want and they're not accountable to the law. And the problem with people that think that way is they start just admitting to crimes. And then that, just like what we just saw, then it just digs deeper and it makes it a bigger and bigger and bigger conspiracy. And all you really have to do is just wait and watch, and the conspiracy will grow itself.
Yep. So
what are you going to do?
Let's see. And it says, so the Reddit mods deleted information by, again, a court order not to delete.
That's like super, like it may, again, you guys, luckily, aren't involved in a lot of litigation, but we are. It is a enormous, like this is like you can get prison time for doing that type of thing. It's an enormous deal. It may sound like I know it's not a big deal. It's an enormous deal to do that.
Yep. And you don't want to do that to any opposition. It's like, it's not good. It's definitely no bueno. You don't want that to happen. So it is what it is, what it is, what it is. It is what it is. So I'm looking forward to what else Legal Mindset will be saying in regards to that. But if you have been following the Hassan drama, I gotta tell you, I've been doing it. It's, yes, somebody wrote, it's my housewives. It is. And I only could tell you that there's going to be some long-term consequences to the overall game that we are seeing being played out here. So, well, this to be continued.
And here's one thing I'll say on that.
Well, go ahead, Dan.
This is also something we've learned. Generally, you don't get in trouble for doing certain things. The things that you really get in trouble with the law for, and what the laws are actually, a lot of them written, is if you try to cover up a crime. That usually puts you in way bigger trouble than actually committing the crime itself.